Hi there, Living Life family. Here's part 3. I hope you enjoyed this little talk. It's good to be back. If anything, this reading, point of view, Bible study, card reading, a little bit about me, just sharing, you'll find something that is triggering for you. And then we move on. It talks about the responsibility of the prophet, right? So once you get with God 100% and you're working with Spirit 100%, and the goal is to bring heaven on earth as it is in heaven, right? So, and there's been a lot of warring going on, and fighting and battling and overcoming. So the overcoming for me means being able to get through the day with what you're handed and dealt with, whatever that may be, whatever people you're interacting with, whatever you're interacting with in nature, you'll be able to have a relationship with the energy that is around you, and it will start to make more sense to you. And then it goes on to talk about the prophet made dumb. So the prophet made dumb is, a state of mind where you're stripped away. You've stripped away. So those carpentry or DIY, they put this stuff on the paint and it lifts the paint off and you're stuck with the bare wood. You get that metaphor? Okay, well, to me, this is what the prophet made dumb means to me. You've stripped away all the outside worldly things, and now you're bare like the wood, right? Chapter 4, it talks about the symbols of the siege, the tile, and the iron pan. I'm going to read some of that for us. Thou also, son of man, take thee a tile, and lay it before thee, and portray upon it the city, even Jerusalem. And it signifies a brick. And lay siege against it, and build a fort against it, and cast them out against it. Set the camp also against it, and set battering rams against its roundabout. Moreover, take thou unto thee an iron pan, and set it for a wall of iron between thee and the city, and set thy face against it, and it shall be besieged, and thou shalt not lay siege against it. This shall be a sign to the house of Israel. So the iron pan, it says a flat plate. Lie thou also upon thy left side, and lay the iniquity of the house of Israel upon it. According to the number of days that thou shalt lie upon it, thou shalt bear their iniquity. For I have laid upon thee the years of their iniquity, according to the number of the days, 390 days. So shalt thou bear the iniquity of the house of Israel. So, for me, this is, again, you're stripping away all of your traumas and histories and bad feelings. You're stripping that all away. And to me, the iron means that you put up your shield, you put on your armor, you are protected against outside sources that may want to come by and bring harm or just project a negative energy toward you. You've protected yourself behind, and metaphorically speaking, energetically speaking, you've protected yourself. And the plate, he puts on your plate all the things in your life. It's like a life review. For me, this is what it signifies. It's like a life review of everything you've done and experienced, how you've labeled it good or bad, and how it directed your life. So I encourage everybody to go to Ezekiel and read that. And it may mean something completely different to you, right? That's how you find your God within. Not everything is carbon copied. Not even, a child of God. We're all created in his image, so he has many different faces. And he looks different ways, and he's whatever you see or portray him to be. But internally, he's just light. He's just beautiful. And then we're moving on to number 6. When thou hast accomplished them, lie again on thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed thee each day for a year. So there again, you spend a year with God, and he's gonna take you places you've never ever seen before and show you things you've never experienced before. Therefore thou shalt set thy face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and thine arm shall be uncovered, and thou shalt prophesy against it. Take as an objective. And behold, I will lay bands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to another till thou hast ended the days of thy siege. Put you under restrictions. The restrictions that God puts on you is to teach you and to save you. It's life preservation. He's guiding you away from the world and how everybody else is living it. And then we talk about the chemicals and stuff, so it moves on to talking about the food. It says, take thou also unto thee wheat and barley, and beans and lentils, and millets and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. The fillets is rye, so like rye flour. So everything that he's described here is talking about that Ezekiel bread, Ezekiel flour. It's on Amazon, but you can also get the whole grains, right? And do the flour making yourself. You can grind it up and make flour out of it and make your own bread. And it says to do this for 390 days. Thou shalt eat thereof. It also says, we shall not eat by bread alone. So whatever you would put on your bread and eat with it, follow what he's telling you what to eat. But adding this bread will definitely heal your body. You'll feel fuller too. You won't have to eat as much. It also says here, and thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. It says 11 ounces. So 11 ounces of meat. Thou shalt drink also water by measure. The 6th part of a hin from time to time shalt thou drink. So I don't know what the 6th part of a hin is, and I will research that. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, so 1/6 of a hin equals 4 cups of water a day. It doesn't seem like much, but you got to remember, we cook with water. Our food absorbs the water, so we are getting the water. So that's pretty amazing. Hang on. Oh, it says, you shall eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake with it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight, manure. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. So to me, this means you're going to be cooking with dung, burning shit. Burning the shit that comes out of you. You can turn that into compost, as well as fire starter, obviously. This is starting to make more sense. So just go to Ezekiel. I believe it will open your eyes immensely, and you'll see how things can work. Because if I've been talking about getting out of the cities for years now, because of the tiny cities for years now. I first discovered it back in, must have been 2012, 2013, when I went over to Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, and I seen what they were doing over there, making all these little city centers that were only, about 15 minutes apart. The same stores. It was a carbon copy of stores. And it's quite eye-opening, actually. You notice in the city how chaotic it is. It's not the people, it's what's in the airwaves, right? So have compassion. This is where compassion comes into play too. Not taking on, but acknowledging that people are programmed. The people we see around us that aren't real, they're just part of the program. It's crazy. It's eye-opening, mind-boggling, soul-sucking. It will rip you to pieces for sure. Very eye-opening. So I'm going to end that for now, because it's over 31 minutes, and you know how YouTube is. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening if you've made it this far. I have a key word I'd like you to post in the comments below, showing me that you're here. It's a little simple emoji. A peace emoji. A dove. God bless you guys. I'll talk to you soon.